Alrighty, Sean Higgs coming at you again. I don't even know what number this is. Three, six, eight. I don't even know. Nine, 10 conference tournament previews. We're in the Summit League today. Tipping off Friday. One lowly little game to start things off here. Oral Roberts in South Dakota. I don't, as I look at the number here, Oral 153. Just lines are out here on Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. I don't know. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Oral real good last year, but enough about that. Enough about that. Listen, we'll talk about that in a second. And plus, we'll talk about it on Friday and tonight. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Give me a follow. It's scrolling underneath. Easy enough to follow. Hit the thumbs up button here. Why wouldn't you hit the thumbs down? Maybe you're going to be upset that I don't pick your team here. If you're a Summit League aficionado, please leave a comment. If you're a diehard, you know more than me. All right, I look at these spreads, the numbers, the odds. That's what I'm about. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help me out. Subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Midday Money, if you're wondering, you come in. What's the Midday Money? That is my daily show, 7 days a week, Midday Money, noon Eastern time. And during tournament time, I actually run a late night show called, look at this, Late Night Money, midnight. All right. So twice a day, tournament time, we're rolling. Plenty of free picks, so you don't want to miss out on it. You don't want to miss out on it. Again, Sean Higgs on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. Let's get into it. And we'll start with the top seed here. South Dakota State sitting at a plus 155 spot. These are all FanDuel odds, by the way. This is all FanDuel. They could have changed since I loaded up all of these banners when you got a bunch of conferences. Sometimes the odds change a bit. Shop around. You should have multiple books if you're in a legal spot. And even if you're in a not so legal spot, you can go offshore, find different things. There's different numbers you could use. It's the one seed, 12-4 in conference, 5 straight wins, 7 of 8, 3 road losses. And looking at OT home loss to North Dakota State. Who they split against? Split against KC, who's pretty good. And they are the 2 seed, Kansas City, by the way. And the Tommies. 2-0 versus the Tommies. We'll talk about those guys in a second here. Now, San Diego State, 4 regular season titles in the last 5 years. Pretty good club, to say the least. And obviously the odds-on favorite here. Why wouldn't they? But it's the next matchup in this. It could be a tough one because you don't usually see something like this. I mean, I guess you could. Teams play how they play. The Tommies as a 4 seed with the second best odds. Now, uh, technically, St. Thomas ineligible. They just moved on up to the bigs here. They can't go to the tournament. So if they knock off San Diego State and win this guy, and we've seen this before in some other conferences where a team ineligible for postseason play. Ridiculous rule, by the way. Totally ridiculous. I think not only you if you come up from lower level to the big boys, whether it's a small conference, mid major, wherever, and you're eligible for a bowl game or a conference title, regular season title, whatever the case may be, and it gets you a bowl game or in this case NCAA tournament stuff. Yeah, I mean they should seed you even higher for doing what you just did. But they will not get the call if they win it all. San Diego State goes as the South Dakota State goes as the regular season champs. You look at this squad. Listen, Bartovic, Kempom. This is the best team in the conference according to the numbers. Plus 290, and I'm also say this is worth a shot here. I haven't pulled the trigger in this conference on a future play for it. I'm going to look for spots probably in each matchup. We got a couple of lines. Well, we got the one game here on Friday, but we got some interesting things going on here. Interesting little matchups. They lost both San Diego State, beat KC, and you split against North Dakota, who's the 3, the third best odds coming to town here. You're going to see when I do my videos, I rarely give out the top guy. This one intrigues me. I know they lost to him twice. But you're in a spot where why do I feel that, as it's always they say it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. This just smells like we're gonna win this, upset the apple cart. San Diego State gets South. I keep saying San Diego State. Maybe I should take San Diego State. They are playing tomorrow. 6.5 point favorites over Boise. So maybe that's subconsciously me telling you and myself telling myself we should be taking San Diego State. It'll South Dakota will get the automatic bid because I won't get onto a tangent about the college football playoffs, but the NIT switched some stuff up too. So these little schools no longer get an automatic invite. No, 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 no. They take Power Five schools, the big schools. Sad, terrible, terrible. I don't know. Something tells me St. Thomas is worth a look here. Again, I haven't pulled the trigger on this one. KC, the 2 seed here. You gotta like. I mean, what's there to say about Kansas City? Who saw these guys coming out of the blue and having a nice run here? Um, plus 650. Split with San Diego State. You lost to the Tommies. Split versus North Dakota. 6 in a row. 4 of those games on the road. So I think you have a good little path here. Now it's 650 because you gotta face the 2 better teams technically in the Tommies are a lower seed, but they are a strong club and you lost both of them too. You lost both. But you have Denver, who's in a free fall. They got the leading scorer. The kid's really good. We'll look at an over in that game. All right, get your little pen out. I always say get the pen out in the show. You want to look over in KC and Denver, sure. But then you have North Dakota up, who you split against. You're playing well, as I mentioned, 6 in a row, 4 on the road. You're gonna knock off Denver here. You'll knock off Denver, and this one here, like I said, the Thomas play. I feel like that's just as weird as the season has been. You'll get something like that where um, something weird will happen, right? Because they don't get the invite. But taking this little bunch here, I don't know. Kansas City, you're getting a good number. They will be probably a four and a half point fave tomorrow over Denver. I'd like to see a 3 or 3.5 personally. KC is for me. So I won't. If you want to take some KC, I think you might have a shot here to get to the championship game. North Dakota is a 3 seed. They're 850. Now these guys, a little longer shot as the 4 seed because they had to face the 2 seed in KC. 1 and 2, and then 3 and 3. That's not a good little look down the stretch. Drop it to a 3, win a couple. Had a 7-game win streak in the middle of January through February. One at KC and at the Tommies. 2 nice little wins. 2 teams who you could very well have to run into to get to the championship game and then to win a championship game. I just feel now you might think, hey, they're worth a shot. You beat a team, you could beat them again. I don't like playing on, and this is why I grabbed in the rise. I have I think Milwaukee over Green Bay. Like teams playing good down the stretch is something I want to get behind. You're playing good, winning games, especially these smaller schools. This spot here, nah, I don't think so. Win loss. No thanks. As I mentioned, Kansas City comes in 6 in a row. It'll be 7 in a row after they beat Denver, and now you have North Dakota, who's kind of up and down. That doesn't get it done in March. No, it does not. So, no thank you to this one. Omaha playing Nebraska, 7-9 conference play, 3-13 on a row, 1-7 in conference. You want to jump onto these guys? I just mentioned North Dakota not play well. You got this group hasn't played well all season. That being said, are we going to get a nice number to maybe bet them as a dog? That is something I'd be interested in. As our guy Bob Ryan Downtrow says, would that be something you'd be interested in? Sure, I think I would be. Bob, sign me up. We're going to get a decent number in this game. I will be interested as a dog play on Omaha, but a 10-1 spot, it's a waste of money. Rounding out, North Dakota State 13-1, 3-5 on the road. 4 of those games in OT, 3-1, not too bad. Kansas City win, San Diego, South Dakota State lost at Omaha after Kansas City. That's not too shabby. You see that, you play up to competition. Is it worth it? 13-1. I don't know. I don't know if I could pull the trigger on them. Next up, Denver, 14-1 shot, 2-8 last time. No, thank you. I don't care how good that score is for them. No. Oral Roberts, 35-1, 2-13 on the road. They're playing South Dakota, who is abysmal. Now, do you want to take Oral Roberts again, a 3-point favorite? You see the odds: 35 for Oral Roberts, 150. They're playing in the 8-9 game. They're playing in the 8-9 game. Gets back to the maybe take Oral tomorrow. So, summing it up, out of this group, no thank you to anything long term. North Dakota State, that is. They took care of Kansas City. That's nice. You're playing the Tommies. I don't know. Do I want to think that they could pull out something here in a one-on-one matchup? I don't think so. For me, if I'm gonna do anything, which I'm not sure I am, I'll probably be game to game on this. I'll look at Kansas City, plus 650. And if I want something wacky to happen, it'll be St. Thomas because then South Dakota State gets an auto bid. Who doesn't love the Jackrabbits? So those are my thoughts. Again, please leave something if you're a Summit League aficionado. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Good luck in your